Hello, and welcome to All the Things You Won't Have to Do When You Automate. My name is Wendy Robinson, and I am the owner and lead developer for Wendy J Creative, a company that helps you create your website, your web presence, online presence, whether that's a landing page, a website, setting up your CRMs, which could be, email marketing service, an all-in-one CRM like Entreport or Dubsado or 17 Hats. I do anything that has to do with technology, and I am online to help you understand today what implementing automation in your business can do for you. And so I want to start out by saying thank you for joining me today. Thank you for being part of this little short presentation. I'm doing this to help you understand some of the basics that small business owners and entrepreneurs face when they're trying to decide what to automate and what not to automate in their business. Many entrepreneurs hear all the information or all the advice about setting up an email list, setting up a CRM, building their website, whatever the case may be. They hear about all of the things that they're supposed to do in their business, but they sometimes don't know where to start. And so today's presentation, I'm just going to share with you some of the things that you won't have to do once you implement and do the work to automate some of the processes in your business. We're going to start by talking about CRMs, which is really the core foundation of how you should run your business if you're doing business online. CRM stands for Customer Relationship Management. And Customer Relationship Management, or CRM for short, refers to a tool or a process where you manage your customers, manage your clients. It's very important because in this online space, we cut out, sending mail through snail mail. We've cut out sending direct mail through the mail. There are some companies that still do it, but most of our business is done online. And so to keep everything straight, to keep everything streamlined, we really should use a CRM. Now, what is a CRM? Some people say that email service providers and marketers CRMs like Convertkit, MailChimp, Aweber, Flowdesk, or Entreport, which I call the big mama of CRMs. Some people call these CRMs. Some people call them email service providers or ESPs, right? But what these systems do is they really manage your email marketing, right? They help you communicate with your community. People in your community could be partners, they could be clients, customers, many different titles, right? But they help you manage your email in bulk, right? And so over the years, these services have morphed or improved their services or their offerings to offer more than just email. A lot of these service providers offer landing pages. A lot of them offer segmentation of your email list so that you can send bulk emails to certain types of customers and clients or partners on your email list. They've also included things like ways to sell digital products and services, or give you access or ways to set up appointments or to people to pay for appointments for those of you that are coaches or consultants. So they've really expanded their service offerings. I like to use Convertkit with a lot of my clients as a starting point, even before I build their website. And the reason why is because a lot of entrepreneurs who are just starting out don't really know how they're going to implement their services or what they want to put on their website or what they're going to use their website for. There are some entrepreneurs and some small business owners that don't really need a website right away. Some people just need a landing page where they can collect emails and offer a small offer, like a consulting session for $50 or $100 or whatever the price might be. Or they're just starting out and they want to start building their email list. They don't need a full-blown website for that. They can put up a landing page, offer some sort of freebie, whether that's a digital download, whether it's a free class that they recorded and store online somewhere, or whatever the case may be. An email service provider and marketing CRMs, those two words are interchangeable these days, remember, like Convertkit, MailChimp, Aweber, etc., can really help small business owners and entrepreneurs who are just starting out get their feet off the ground the right way. And what I mean by that is it's very important to build a community if you're going to do business online. All right, so let's talk a little bit about what you won't have to do manually once you set up a CRM. So you're going to be able to figure out who your ideal client is. And the way you do this is once people start signing up for whatever it is you're offering, whether it's something free or something paid, when you start getting known online, people start signing up for your community, you're going to see who you're attracting based on how you're driving traffic to that landing page. Let's just talk about landing pages for now. So if you have 10 people on your list and 8 of them are ideal clients, people who would buy your service or product, and the other 2 are maybe people that want to be like you and build a business similar to yours, 80% of your list is going to be your ideal client. You won't know that until you started interacting with those 10 people, right? So if you, through a series of emails or even phone calls or discussions, or even a live stream like this, start to interact with those folks, you'll know whether they fit the bill on who your ideal client needs to be. And you won't need to do that manually. You can do that through a series of emails, okay? The next thing is you can deliver. You won't have to deliver it manually. You won't have to go into Gmail or Outlook or whatever however you send an email, and send an email to one individual person. You can have your free digital tools and products delivered automatically based on how you set up your landing page. So you might be a coach who offers a free journal, but you also offer a free discovery call. You could set up 2 separate landing pages for each of those things and promote them and deliver the service automatically through that landing page. You won't have to do it manually. Again, you can sell digital tools, products, and events through a landing page or a quote unquote CRM that you set up to automatically sign people up, collect the payment, and deliver the digital tool, product, or event, like a live stream or a training class, through the automated process in a CRM. You can also set up your CRM to schedule prospects and clients to a discovery call. One of the things that I do for a lot of my clients who have a website and who have an established client base, some people want an extensive CRM like Dubsado or 17 Hats, which is a CRM that not only sends email, but it also will send proposals and agreements and contracts for clients to sign. It will send invoices. It will send reminders for previously or scheduled appointments ahead of time. I set up calls for some of my website clients ahead of time, like 6 weeks in advance or 6 months in advance, depending on the milestones. Well, this system, my Dubsado system, or any other CRM that has that service, can send out reminders to folks based on their project, not just an overall email to a list or a subsection of people. Okay. So scheduling prospects and clients to a call can be individualized based on who they are or based on a project with some of these more advanced systems. You can create a wait list for an upcoming event or offer. And this is very, very, very popular with people who are just starting out, because as you're building a website or you're building your business, you may want to say, hey, I'm launching my business in a month. Get on my wait list to find out when we go live. You can create excitement around the launch of a business or the launch of an event or a new offer that you are scheduling. And then lastly, you won't have to manually, or you won't have to rush rather, the building of your website by using a CRM. You can start to do business, you can start to collect payments, you can start to schedule appointments with people who you are building in your who you are building relationships with in your community. Okay, so let's take a pause, and I really want to bring this home. What does a CRM system do? A CRM system essentially provides a central place or a foundation where businesses can store customer and prospect data. You can track customer interactions, and you can share this information with your colleagues or partners. It allows businesses to manage those relationships with customers and clients so that they can help their business grow. It's a central place for you to manage the people in your community. Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, all those social media sites can't do that. Okay. You don't know who's really looking at your stuff and who isn't. You can sort of, if they leave a comment, right? But you don't know who wants to do business with you. You don't know who is checking you out or who is possibly thinking about hiring you or buying your product or service. So a CRM system will capture those clients and customers, even if they're prospects and they haven't spent any money with you, but they can sign up for your information and your content, and you can interact with them to see what it is they need through a CRM system. Okay. So the basics: it's a central spot for audience data. It's a streamlined connection to your important marketing channels like Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, etc. And what I mean by that is when you're on these social media platforms, you can drive traffic to the landing pages of your CRM. Okay, just like I explained earlier, whether that's for a freebie, whether that's for a coming soon, a wait list, whatever. And it gives you the ability to test and learn and launch campaigns, right? So, those 10 people on your list, like I said earlier, 8 of them are your ideal clients and 2 of them are people that are trying to do what you do. So they signed up for your list to get your stuff, to look at your stuff and see if they can kind of make the same kind of thing for their business. There are a lot of people on my list like that, people who want to be web designers or web developers or people who want to coach other businesses. But there's also people on my list who want to hire me or learn from me on how to build their own website. Okay, so having a CRM gives you the ability to test and learn about those people and launch campaigns for each type of person on your list. And more importantly, it gives you tools to help you grow. You can sign up for a CRM and only use their landing page and email services when you first sign up for them. But there are CRMs that help other services. For instance, Convertkit, like I explained earlier, you can actually sell digital products and services using their product feature. Okay. All right. So the benefits. Here's the benefits of building a solid foundation with a CRM, as opposed to just a website, right? You get a better sense of who you're marketing to because you can control them in one space. You can send the right kind of content to the right people. Again, that 80-20 percentage of people on a list, 80% are ideal clients for, wanting to do their own website, and 20% are people who want to learn to build a business like mine. You can use data. You can use your data to find new people to talk to. It will tell you how to refine your marketing efforts, right? As you learn what your ideal client likes, the ways they like to learn, whether that's digitally with audio or video, or people who like to read their material. So you create more, downloadable tools that they can actually print out and write on. Those are the kinds of things that you can find out about the people that you talk to, and do more of those things so that you can grow. All right. So you can find new ways to talk to people with shared interests, right? 80% of those people want to learn how to do it themselves. 20% want me to do it for them. Or I'm sorry, 20% want to do either hire me or do it on their own, and 20% want to learn to build a business like mine. Okay. So how to choose the right CRM for your business. There are tons of tools out there, tons, right? The first thing you need to think about is who will use your tools. Is it just you? Is it you and an assistant? Do you have an agency with people who are going to do different things in your business? Those are the things you have to consider. Most of the people I deal with are doing everything themselves. So one of the things that's important is that it's not a complex system. So that brings me to point number 2. How much complexity do you need to get started? Do you want something that's super easy, super complex so that it will grow with you? It just depends on your level of expertise and how comfortable you are with technology. There are a ton of tools out there. And then the third thing is, which marketing channels are you using to talk to your audience? Which ones integrate with the CRM tools that you're using? Convertkit that I use and I recommend for a lot of my clients integrates with lots of platforms. I don't know if you know this or not, but I don't know if you could see this. I don't know. Let me start my camera here so you guys can see me. So see this t-shirt? I am a WordPress nerd. I love WordPress, and Bluehost is my host of choice. So I really enjoy making Convertkit talk to WordPress and vice versa. But again, there are a ton of CRMs out there that will integrate with lots of other tools. So that's what's important. Think about what you're going to use it for. Think about what you need as a business and what you want to automate, and then choose the CRM that's right for you and your budget. Okay. And then lastly, one of the most important things is, will your CRM scale with you as you grow? Does it offer services that you may not use right away and you may not be paying for right away, depending on the level of service that you purchase? But will you use those services in the future? One of the things I help people with a lot is they've chosen a very low cost, easy CRM, like maybe MailChimp or MailerLite, that while it's sort of low cost and it's popular because they've really marketed their services, they've come up over the years. So I'm not going to bash either of them, but they're very basic in what they offer. And sometimes learning how to use their services or what they offer in their services is a little complicated. But as your business grows and you need more functionality, it's very hard to implement those things if that service isn't offering it. And once you've built your email list to like 500 or 1,000 or more, you may want to do more things with that list. And so a lot of people will move their list from one CRM to another. And so it's important to look at a CRM for what they can offer you in the future, so that when you do grow, you won't have to move your list. It's a pretty complicated process. Some CRMs have made it easier over the years, but you'll need a tech person to do it if you're not technically inclined. And that can be a headache, and it can cause some disruption in your services if you don't do it properly. All right. So here's how you can use a CRM to market your business. If you're an e-commerce marketer, You might connect your site using an e-commerce integration like, I don't know, DPD systems or shopping cart like Thrivecart. You may attach a, what do you call it, a membership site software like Podia or Kajabi or Thinkific, or Teachable if you sell courses, and teach people that way and sell your services that way. E-commerce marketer, or you may, Shopify is another one. It's another marketing system where you can sell, actually, it's built for physical products. Once your CRM, if your CRM can connect to those, then life is golden, okay? So you may not need a WordPress website or a Squarespace, Wix website. You may be able to use those e-commerce systems along with your CRM or email service provider to sync your existing customers, so that if someone buys something in your shop, they automatically become a customer in your email system or CRM, so that you can still service them. Another one is that a business that sells digital products like courses, again, Teachable, Thinkific, Podia, where you're actually selling courses, you can integrate those systems to match up with your CRM, so that when they buy one of your courses, they become a subscriber or a client in your CRM. Okay, and then this is another way you can use it: a marketer that promotes a content network. If you are a blogger or somebody who is a YouTuber, you can connect those systems to your CRM as well, so that when you promote online, they also become a member in your system, in your CRM system. Very, very important when you're marketing that way. So what questions do you have? We went over a lot. It was a little short presentation on CRMs, but I want to be able to answer any questions you have. So unmute yourself and let me know what questions you have that I can answer about CRMs. I see I have Miss Denise on the line there. Hey, Denise.
Hey, Miss Wendy, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm just fine. My question would be, you had mentioned about connecting the CRM system to like YouTube.
Mhm.
Is that something that is really complicated in order to do that?
No, not at all. I haven't done it recently. I remember doing it a few years ago, but there is you can connect subscribers in YouTube to, it has to be set up beforehand. You can't do it for people who are already subscribed to your YouTube channel, but I
Okay.
believe there is a way for new people to connect to subscribers in your CRM system. I
Okay.
don't know 99, I'm not 99, I'm 99% sure it's there. I just haven't done it in a while. But once people subscribe to your YouTube channel, even if there isn't a direct connection, you could, like when they subscribe to you on YouTube, you could have that trigger something. There's a piece of software called, what's it called? Oh, goodness. Come on, Wendy, what's it called? I haven't used it in a while, but there's a system that helps YouTube talk to Convertkit or MailChimp or whatever it is.
Okay, because I'm
Where,
using Convertkit, I think.
right. So there's I can't even think of it, escapes me right now. I can't even think of the name of it. Anyway, it's a software, and it's free actually for the first couple of connections you make, where if someone signs up for your YouTube channel, it will automatically create a record for that person in ConvertKit.
Okay.
So if there isn't a direct link between ConvertKit will talk to this system,
Okay.
or they would have a business relationship. A lot of companies have a business relationship. For instance, ConvertKit has a relationship with WordPress, and so ConvertKit and WordPress collaborated and created a plugin that integrates the two together, that you
Okay.
can put onto your WordPress website. YouTube may not have that same conversation with ConvertKit, but there is a third-party tool that you can create a connection to, where when somebody signs up for YouTube, they actually are made a subscriber in your Convertkit account.
Okay, so do you know if there is a system out there that would go back and get the subscribers that you already have?
No, but what you can do is you can look at the people who, if you have your email addresses for the people that have subscribed to your YouTube channel already. I'm not sure if YouTube gives you that. You can send them an email and say, hey, you're a subscriber of mine in YouTube. Click this link if you want to receive emails from me for upcoming events.
Okay.
And that way, they're in Convertkit. You can send them a one-time email, right? You can segment them and say, okay, so for this segment, they haven't given me permission yet, but I can send them one email and say, click this link if you want to be on my list, or click this link if you don't want to receive emails from me. And then you segment them so that when you send broadcast emails to your email list, those people won't be included. You can actually delete them if they don't want to be on your email list. It's perfectly fine to send one email to someone asking them if they want to subscribe to your email list. But if they say no or they don't answer, don't use that as license to send them emails in the future. Yeah. What is the name of that service? I can't even, I'm drawing a blank. I use it all the time. Well, not all the time, but I've used it in the past. I have an account. There used to be a service called If This Then That, IFTTT, but then this other company started Zapier. Write that down, Zapier. Zapier is a service that
I don't know why that Zapier sounds so familiar. I have no idea.
It's used a lot in the online space to help two systems talk to each other if there isn't a predetermined collaboration, like you have a plugin for WordPress. Connect with Convertkit. And you can set up instances where if something happens in this system over here that you have, it'll do something in another system. And they're called zaps. That's what they call them. You can create a zap so that YouTube subscribers will automatically be set up in your
the new subscribers, not the old ones, right?
Right, new ones, right? Not the old. Right. Yeah. What other questions?
When you had mentioned earlier about using the data to find new people to talk to. So is this the information that you're using out of Convertkit?
Okay, so yes. So let's say you have, let's use a small list like I was talking about before. You have 10 people on your list, right? And you are considering offering a service that helps people set up their email list. Now, those 8 people who may want me to help them build their website, or they want me to build it for them, versus the 2 people that want to learn from me and learn how to create their own web design business. If I send an email to those 10 people and I say, I'm offering a service to help people set up their email service. The 2 people who want to learn how to run a website business probably already have an email list. And some of those 8 people may already have an email list. So they don't need me to help them set up their email list. But that tells you who on your list wants help with setting up their email system. So let's say 5 people sign up. Well, if you tag them, if you set it up so that if you send them an email and in that email, you have a link that if you want to sign up for this webinar or download this checklist. Behind the scenes, if they click that link, you can assign a tag to them saying email service setup or some sort of short tag that identifies them as someone who might want help with email service setup.
Okay.
So that in the future, once you launch your email service, email setup service, that you do for people, you'll send it to those 3 people instead of your entire list.
Okay, but that's providing that you tag those 3 people for that particular service that they're using, right?
Right. So
Okay.
it's important to think about strategically what you're trying to do. So with that email that you send out, like you can say it could be a fact-finding email. I'm considering offering a service where I set up people's email system.
Okay.
Would you be interested in something like that? Click here if you are, whatever, or click download this checklist or whatever. So if you send that email to your entire list, the people that click the link can be tagged with, yes, I want more information about you helping me set up my email service. And so whoever clicks that link will be linked and tagged. And that gives you more information to market to those specific people in the future. And that's just one example. In your case, you may want to, let's say you want to start a new radio station, right?
Okay.
And you may want to know who on your list is interested in country music because it's going to be a country music radio station.
Okay.
You may send out a list to the 10 people or your entire list and say who would be interested. And when those people click the link, it gives them a tag that they're interested in country music so that when you send out stuff about country music in the future, you can only send it to those people.
Okay. So if with the email list, setting up of the email list, is that something that you can do manual? Say that I have a list of 20 people, and 10 of those people are actors, and 20, the other 20 are musicians. Can I manually put those email addresses in there and then just put the tag on there so that when I do send an email out, it'll only go to those particular people that I want to go to? Like I just wanted to go to the musicians and not to the actors.
Yeah. Let's say you have 20 people on your list right now, right?
Okay.
And you didn't in the past tag them with anything, but you know, because you know these people,
Okay.
these 10 are actors and these 10 are musicians. Yes, you can manually add a tag to a subscriber. So you could go in and say, okay, that's a musician, that's an actor, a musician, actor. And then you can create an email and then only send that email to the musicians or to the actors.
Okay.
Yes, you can do that. And that's what's great about having an automated service like that. While you tagging them manually is manual, it's not automatic.
Right.
The beauty in that is that the system will let you do that manually so that you can automatically send an email to just the people
Just
you
those
want.
people. Okay.
Yeah.
That would be easier because I have a database that I use. And in a particular session, I've got comment as to what their profession is. So I can go in and it'll just make it easier for me to just go in and get that particular section of people that I want to send an email out to.
Yep. Yeah. You can actually go in and manually tag people. It's a little tedious depending on the size of your list.
Yeah.
So, but there are ways. Here's another thing. There are ways, I believe, in Convertkit where you can download your list into a spreadsheet.
Well, I already have it set up in a spreadsheet.
Okay, but what I'm saying is it has to be in a certain format, right?
Oh, okay.
So you can download your list, and I think you can update your list by re-importing. I haven't done that yet, but there's import-export features in Convertkit where you may not have to actually go into each individual person and add that tag. You may be able to do it through an import or export.
Okay. Or I'm thinking, okay, so I can, it's in an Excel spreadsheet, so I can sort. This is what's in my head because I don't know if I can actually do this, but I
Mhm.
can sort it by that particular profession,
Mhm.
and then just add those people that I want. Like, I mean, I've got other things mixed up in that list,
Mhm.
but I can. Do you know if I can import just a section
From your
of that
spreadsheet.
data? Yeah, from the spreadsheet.
Well, yeah, you would create another spreadsheet with just those folks
Okay.
and then
Okay.
import them into your
Okay.
system. Now, remember, it's very, very, you have to be very careful with importing people who aren't already on your list that have opted in. If you
Okay.
import emails into your Convertkit account,
Hmm.
the first thing you need to do is tag those people with new something that identifies that they've been imported and that they have not opted in. And the first thing you need to do is send an email to them telling them that, asking them if they would like to be part of your email list.
Okay.
Because if you don't have an opt-in confirmation from them,
Yeah.
you could be, depending on how many and how often you do it, you could be tagged as a spammer. So be careful with that.
Okay.
If they're people and they're people who, and most people don't understand that
Okay.
concept, but to protect yourself, send an email to them asking them if they want to be on your email list, and emphasize in that email that if they don't click the link that you put in there that
Hmm.
signifies they want to be on your list, that they will not get updates from you.
Okay.
And that will prompt them to click because they may
Okay.
want to get it. If they see an email that says, click here if you want to be on my email list, and that's all it says, they may
Hmm.
not click it, because they're busy or whatever.
Right.
But if you say you will miss out on X, Y, and Z, that will prompt them. So it's very
Okay.
important to put the right language in these emails.
Okay.
So
Is
make
there
sure they click on
do
that.
you know if there's a template for something like that just to make sure that you have the proper wording in there? Or is that just something that you kind of, I mean, you can use the template and change the wording as far as what you are doing or what
Um,
you are offering.
there's a service online called dripscripts.com
Okay.
that has email templates for certain kinds of emails you want to send out.
Oh,
There
okay. I
may
think
be
we had talked about that
Right. There
before.
may be one in there that gives you some ideas on what to say in those types of emails.
Okay.
You have to dig a little bit, like it could be under one that's called cold re-engagement
Hmm.
emails. Like if people are on your list and so this is, I know you're asking for people who aren't on who are outside of your list, but you could use the same language for people who are on your list but haven't opened any of your emails.
Okay. Or you
There's a
can you tailor it?
right, and you can. There's a
Okay.
sequence in there called re-engaging or re-engagement
Okay.
sequence where you can send a series of emails to re-engage people. There's some emails in there that might give you some wording that you could use for people who are outside of your list that you put
Okay.
on your list and ask them if they want to be part of your email.
Okay. So I just want to make sure I understand this right. So I'm sending out this email, and if those people don't respond or don't opt in to get on the email, it will stop sending. If they don't, okay, wait. I just want to make sure I ask this
Yeah.
question right. If they don't opt in to be on the email list, then when you send something else out, because of those tags that are on there,
Mm-hmm.
they won't get those new emails, those updated emails.
Right, but you have to make sure you either delete them from your list,
Okay.
if you're the type of marketer that always sends an email to everybody on your list,
Okay.
right, instead of certain groups, segments, or tags, people that are
Okay.
tagged, then you have to be careful because if you imported 20 people, they're going to be on your list, but you don't have an opt-in from them. So make sure you tag them. And if they don't, if after a week or two, they haven't clicked on that link, you need to take them off your list.
Okay.
Because again, you can leave them there and just tag them so that every time you send a broadcast email, you make sure you only send that email to the people you want to get it. In other words, exclude those people that didn't click on the link yet.
Okay.
Because you, for instance, if you import them as import them into your list and assign a tag of not opted in yet or something like that. Every time you send out a broadcast email, you got to make sure to exclude that segment of people.
Okay.
Or delete all of them so you don't have to exclude them.
Okay.
So I am in Drip Scripts right now, and I'm just looking to see. So there's a sequence in there called cold subscriber re-engagement sequence.
Okay.
And in there are 5 emails. Let me see. This is specifically for re-engagement, but I mean, it doesn't have to be a long email, Denise. It could be, something that says, hey, I know you're a part of my YouTube community, and I am creating a subscriber email list so that I can share more upcoming events with you and stay in touch with you more often.
Okay.
If you want to be part of my subscriber email list, click here. And basically that link will be your confirmation that they've opted in.
Okay.
Or if you don't want to be on this email list, click reply and say remove. But you can also go out on Google and just Google email, what would you do? Email prompts for engaging new subscribers, and you might come up with something if you're really having trouble coming up with the wording, and I can also help you offline.
I just want to make sure that it's to make sure that I get all the information to really make them want to either opt in or opt out, so that I won't continue to send them stuff that they don't want anyway.
Right.
And I think that would be my biggest point, is to make sure that so let me ask you this then. Okay, so if I send an email out and say, opt in or opt out, and say within a week or two there are certain people that I sent the email out to and they haven't, is it okay to send them a second one? Says, like this, not saying it's your final notice, because a lot of times people don't pay any attention when they go final notice, but that would be my train of thought, to say, hey, I sent you an email regarding, you being on the email list. I'm just following up to see if you would, rather opt out or opt in, or whatever the case may be. So is it okay to send that second one? So if I don't get any response to that second one, then I know personally to take them off the list.
Exactly. You don't have to send one email. You can send several. Just be careful. I tell people who send a lot of broadcast emails, to just be careful when you're sending broadcast emails. If you have not done that and nurtured those people the right way, remove them from your list. Don't leave them there. Don't keep sending them emails, because they'll get annoyed and they'll report you as a spammer, and you don't want that.
Right. Okay. I can't think of anything else. I wrote down as much as I could.
That's good. That's good. Well, listen, thank you for joining me. And if you're watching this on the replay, if you have questions, feel free to email me. Let me share my screen again, because I turned it off to do a little research for Denise. Email me or if you'd like to set up a discovery call, if you want me to help you set up your CRM, go to wendyjcreative.com/services. There's a link on that page to set up a discovery call. There's also details about the different services I offer for CRM setup, email services setup, website services setup, anything technology wise you need to automate your business online. So thank you again for listening in, and have a great rest of your day.
You too.
Bye.
Bye.